Damn, this is the brightest we can get.
Are we live?
Yep.
Why we gone quiet?
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Rujat Sama, and welcome to our live video. So we're just waiting for one person to join, and once he's here, we'll move on, or we'll start regardless. Give me a few seconds.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Welcome back, boss. So we are live, and we've
Thank
been
you,
live
thank
for
you.
4 minutes. So we're ready to start the video. Go ahead.
Okay, so I can start, right?
Yep.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Pokka. About 2 weeks ago, we had the D23, and lots of wonderful information and trailers were released by Disney. And you've noticed that not many people in Nigeria and Gambia, since I'm in Gambia, or let's just say Africa as a whole, know about it. So today on the Poker, we're going to give you some special announcements and our thoughts on what's to come based on the information given to us at the D23. So, without much ado, let's head on. So now we're gonna have about five movie series that we're gonna be talking about. Okay, so here's how it's going to work. I'll tell you the show or the movie, and I'll say one or two things about it, and then I'll push it to the floor to for us to discuss about it. Anything you've heard, anything that you notice that you like everybody to know, anything that you want us to discuss, we can discuss about it. So the first thing I have that on my list I want to discuss is the teaser for Percy Jackson, the new season that is coming up. That is season two, Percy Jackson and the Olympians. So first off, let me say one or two things that I noticed about the trailer. I noticed that the trailer doesn't reveal much. The teaser, it's more like a teaser rather than a trailer. The teaser didn't reveal much, and I also like to say that I'm hyped about it. I'm hyped about the season two, even though season one kind of fell short for me. Maybe it's because the books, the books obviously whenever it comes to translating books into series or movies, it's usually very difficult. But yeah, I read the books and the books were just simply amazing. One of the best books I've ever read. So just based on the books, I'm hyped for season two. Really, really hyped. And yeah, I think the few seconds that I saw that actually showed something from season two, it should promise. It should promise. Um, One thing I wanted to mention though is that the actor has grown. Yeah, Walker Scobell, that's his name. The guy has grown. I think he's about 15 years old or 14 years old now. I don't know. But I don't know. Do you think that's going to be a problem or it's going to be weird, isn't it? Can somebody help
Well,
us with that? Let's start with that.
there's one thing I generally I'm glad about the the guest we have here, which is Grove. He and Tope, they are two of those that are really deep into the novel world. And when it comes to Percy Jackson, Tope has particularly almost prosecuted me so many times for not reading it, especially when he found out that I only read Heroes of Olympus and not the actual Percy Jackson series. So first
Wow,
of all,
wow, wow, wow.
I'll give my thoughts on it first, then I'll throw it down to the two experts we have here. So I I watched season one. I think when it was coming out, that was earlier this year. As the episode was coming out. Now, personally, I was enjoying it because, like I told you, I had not read the original Percy Jackson series, so I didn't see much fault. If anything, it is just a few, should I say, what they call it, critic point of view. Let's say the acting, young actors, and so on, the way it was portrayed and things. Then certain, Monica, I'll see myself as a local man. When I see things like
Hmm.
some let's say, racial swaps and so on, yeah, I'm amongst those that usually talk about it. But aside from that, I genuinely enjoyed it. So I came to the group to talk about it. Then I saw Topper's response. Then I saw Tomiwa's response. Then I saw Grove response, and I was like, ah. So generally, I felt like the full consensus was that the season one did not live up to the hype. It looks like whatever Rick Rutter took in when he was writing the book, he needed more of it for because he was heavily involved in the series. So whatever it is, I feel like there are a lot for him to update and improve upon alongside the other directors and even the actors in their acting in order to make the season two lively and fun. So going to the book lovers, what are exactly the things you felt could have been improved and what are the things you liked about season one and looking forward to in season two and so on. So I give the floor to Zypher and Groove.
Is everyone groove? Hope this is not my network.
I'll just
All I can
assume
say
Grove is not there anymore. So Percy Jackson season two. Season one, well, to answer your very specific question, the problems with season one actually didn't even come directly from a failure to adapt it properly, because that's one of the major
Yeah.
problems, as Sean already mentioned. The problems came from pacing issues and just as a whole on its own, even like watching it aside from the Percy Jackson books, there are a lot of things that it lacks. Like you wouldn't watch the series and think it's an action series. We had like two fight sequences. One was 2 seconds, the other was 6 seconds, and the book was actually high octane action. Like they were moving from one action set piece to the next to the next. But the series failed in that. It failed in the suspense and mystery aspect. Who stole the boat? Why are they trying to frame Percy Jackson? Things like that. The series just glosses over that, and then the pacing as well. In the books there was this huge thing about when they entered the Lotus Casino and they came out, they had wasted most of the time. Like prior to entering, they had like a week. When they came out, they had like a day left. So like there was this huge, oh shit, we're supposed to spend this amount of time finding it. Here we are. We've not gotten any closer to finding it, but we have less time. In the series, he just pops out and then someone is like, oh yeah, the boat is over there. And he's like, okay, thanks. And then he goes. So like they missed on a lot of opportunities. Like it wasn't captivating on its own. Pacing issues. They didn't adapt the mystery aspects well. The action was lacking. And yeah, hopefully season two works on that. We saw our first look at Tyson. We saw who they casted as Tyson more accurately. And like Sean mentioned, the actor has grown. Presumably all of them will grow, but the guys will grow more than the girl would. So hopefully that wouldn't cause any problems on screen. But yeah, it's still possible. I mean, we had Logan Lerman as Percy Jackson, although they increased his age to 18 for that movie, but like we still had someone that was in his late 20s acting as an 18-year-old. If you look at Tom Holland, he's 20 something acting as a 16-year-old. So it's still something that is possible. It's just fun to see.
Yeah. Me, what I want to
Yeah.
say is that can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, we're hearing you. Go on.
The main issue I had is not even that they did adapt it well or anything. The issue I had is the fact that the author that is supposed to be heavily involved with the whole production finds no problem with any of the things that we have complained about. That's my issue. Like if the one person that is supposed to have our back, that okay, oh, this is the book, this is how it will be in the movie. If you're like, okay, this part is too much, let's reduce it because of so and so reason, that's fine. But there is no specific reason for him to change a lot of stuff that he did, and some are even necessary and don't add to the plot. It's like because people have read the book, it's just glossing it over. And there was something that someone mentioned that what's it called? Um, it's a Disney series. That's why. So they are making it more child friendly. But I'm like, even children are not idiots now. This is not how it was in the book, and we can all agree to that fact. So the only issue I have with it is that because there's nothing we want to complain about now that would eventually show, because the author, the person that is supposed to like say, okay, this thing is not supposed to be like this, it's like, yeah, nice, you guys are doing great, continue, continue. So like there's
Fair
really
enough.
nothing else to say.
Fair enough. I wanted to mention something with regards to it because, like I mentioned, I didn't necessarily have a problem with it, although it was dull. It
Yeah,
took me
Dapo,
longer to
welcome.
finish it
Welcome. Thank you for joining
than
us.
welcome Dapo. It took me a longer time to finish it than the rest of you that are following it as it was released. But are you basically trying to mention that if they move back to the high octane moment and the mystery aspect that Mordecai the season has to offer, then definitely this season two will be, like say, a greater, how do I put it, a
Yes,
Mordecai.
because the the most of the action comes in this part that you're about to do. So if they can go back to the original plot and do this well, then yeah, season two will definitely be better, and like it will let
Yeah,
all
although
readers forget about the season one.
Like Grove previously mentioned, I don't have much hope in that regards because Rick Riordan is there pretending like he did a stellar job in season one.
Yeah,
So like if he admitted, okay, fine, we messed up here and here, but we'll try and fix it, then I'll have hope. But nigga is out there patting himself on the back like, yeah, I came out with the next Harry Potter. So there's no hope for that shit. But we'll still watch it when it comes out. Like someone says, we'll complain, but when it comes out, we'll still watch it.
Facts,
nostalgia.
facts.
We're
Facts.
just happy to be here. That the fact that okay, at least Percy Jackson is out.
Yeah,
They gave
exactly.
us
Now,
a
because
new series, not like the first two movies that came
like
out that time.
Yeah, yeah.
unlike Harry Potter, where it was like, because I know there are a lot of people that watch Harry Potter before they read the books. I'm one of
In
those.
fact,
I watched Harry Potter before I read the books. So I'm watching Harry Potter, then realizing that wow, this thing is actually great, and they're actually books. And then as a book lover, you pick up the book and you're like, whoa, like everything that was in the movie, like me using my imaginations, they are not really far apart. Like there wasn't really any difference.
yeah.
Everything was by the book. Then for Percy Jackson, it's a situation where like the series is just coming out. Apart from the movies, we are not counting that. Series is just coming out. So we've already read the book, we've digested it, we already know left from right. It's just to now see it come to life, and it's disappointing. For new users, it's okay. It's actually not a bad series. If I had not read the book, this is not a bad series. There are a lot of
Yeah,
ups and downs, but it's just normal movie ups and downs. There's not really any bad
yeah.
parts. It's just okay. But
Well, I
for the
was going to
Percy
say if you
Jackson
are,
book,
I was going to say if you are going to compare it with the Percy Jackson movie, which would you say is much more well? Which would you say is closer to the book out of the series and the movie?
Oh boy, both of them. One is on the west, one is in the east. Both of them are separate, bro. They just went separate in different directions. None of them is closer. They're equidistant distance away from the book.
actually, fair enough. Because the thing is, I would even say the movies are closer to the book. Just like it's like the
Wow.
movies now. Let's say they say this man walked from point A to point B. Then in the movie, they don't tell us what happened between point A and point B. They just tell us that he walked from point A to point B. In the book, we saw the whole journey from point A to point B. In the series, they told us the man walked from point A to point B. They now changed what he did getting from A to B.
Yeah, exactly. Like
So
they all have their
You
own
would
and
think
faults.
you
for
would
the
think
movie, they shortened
you
it
think they
because they
would have
couldn't get
learnt by
everything
now.
in.
I swear, you would think they would have learned.
That was why we're happy now. Like this 24, you can't really make so many mistakes. So we thought.
So we thought.
Yeah. So I should we just move to the next one? I think we have Captain American 4 next on the item.
Uh,
Get it.
yeah.
Okay, so it should be
So,
showing on the screen right now, Captain American 4.
Mm-mm.
do you want to start or do you
Designer.
want me to
That
start?
guy.
Because who wants to start here? Because Captain America 4. When I saw the trailer, the second trailer, it was almost like we were here, or rather, we had a different set of guests that were around when the teaser came out, the first trailer. And I love when we have intelligent people amongst ourselves because many of the things we predicted, so we saw it. And it further made me feel bad for Mordecai and Captain America, his movie, and he's dealing with Red Hulk. Fuck, fuck. That transformation showed violence. Like the ending of that trailer, when Mordecai, the Red Hulk, looked back and you saw the eyes, you know that if he should catch Captain America, no amount of Mordecai Adamantia is going to save him for what he's going to do to him. Like, there are so many things to point out. And I
Wait,
like the fact that
wait. It's
this
Chigozo has
guy,
come back. Who are you calling Captain America?
that's why. Okay, Sam Wilson. Sam Wilson. I beg, free him now. Free him. The guy
Okay,
tried.
okay.
He had an entire series whereby he
He has
tried
the
to confuse us.
superhero name too, please. They are not the same.
Oh God. But I'm looking at the fact that one, I love the fact that Harrison Ford was who they chose to reprise the role of Thunderbolt was. He's already showing that he can well take up that particular mantle. Like I also like the fact that I'm going to call him Harrison Ford here, or I like the fact that the trailer tried to show us that there's a clear distinction between what our superheroes do and what the government does. When Sam Wilson was saying that Mordecai, this is bullshit, and he told him clearly, like, bro, this is politics. This is how it works. So I'm liking the fact that in the comic, Captain America has always been a political hero, and in this movie, they are going to actually lean more into that aspect. It's one of the dynamics that I'm waiting for. It's not just going to be full
but
on
for the
action
wrong
and
person.
stuff. You said?
I say, but for the wrong Captain America.
Well, should I call your attention to when they try to when a movie franchise tried to do something like this, that they were trying to talk about a lot of politics and it didn't work out for them.
Which one?
You like say the thing catch him, sha.
Did anyone hear what I said?
Nope.
No, we didn't hear the last thing you said.
Catch him again.
Feel like say the no go
I
network
said
no
there
go
was
allow
do
us
you
talk
remember?
wetin we wan talk.
Okay, I should start again. Okay. I said, should I recall you should I
Catch
should
him
I
again.
What?
remind you
What?
guys
What?
about a
What?
particular movie where they focused a lot on politics and we got a little bit of action?
What movie?
What movie? There are many of them.
You dey Google the name of the movie. Waiting up.
Does Dapo actually think it's only one movie? So we don't want to tell us.
Nigeria who come there. So
Anyways, while we're waiting for him, Sean is trying to talk and I can't hear him.
I swear, I think he has been talking since.
Bossman, you might want to check your mic. We've not been hearing anything from you. Yep, nothing at all.
okay. So
Nope.
Zypher wanted to say.
Oh, the first thing
Yeah,
I
while
hate
he's
is
trying to figure out his mic,
the universe
I'll
really
say
hates nerds.
while Hujat is excited for the political aspect for whatever reason, I'm just here for the battle of the Hawks and more awesome hand-to-hand combat. And this is technically the
Ivana is
first
going to
movie
be
that
around.
has. You said?
So apologies for what happened. Is Nigeria is happening, so apologies.
Fairs.
Yeah, so I was saying that should I call your attention back to a particular movie that focused more on politics and less on the action? It's from a
50%.
popular franchise. It's from a very, very popular franchise. Because I want to call out what Ujat said.
Okay.
What movie?
That's Star
Which
Wars
of the
Episode 1,
movies?
Phantom of Menace. Star Wars Episode
Ah,
1, The
fair
Phantom
enough.
Menace.
Yeah.
Mm,
Remember the
Fair enough.
whole policies and everything that they were talking about? Do you remember how interesting it was? How well it did in the box office? You know, how well a
Yeah.
lot of people went to the cinema and they're like, Daddy, you know what I want to see in Star Wars? I want to see politics.
Fair enough. That's what
well,
I'm saying. I
yeah,
don't know why Hujat is excited for politics, but to each their own. Grove, you asked the
He's
question.
excited for politics in the aspect of Captain America.
God save him. Me, I don't care about politics either which way.
That's why I
But like
said
I
he's the wrong person. I would have loved to
said,
see that stupid Boy Scouts. May you see as things they suck.
yeah,
May I see everything you go beside.
hmm,
I
fair enough.
think
So, I'm just here for Hulk versus Hulk and Falcon fights
Yeah,
and all
Sam
those other
Wilson is
things.
black. He's already morally corrupt. He doesn't know yet.
This racist.
Yeah,
very,
Sean,
very
check your
racist.
input and see if it's on your microphone or your laptop. We still can't hear you.
Okay, while Sheon is trying to fix his own sound, I want to ask a genuine question concerning Captain America 4. Is Sam Wilson going to be fighting Red Hulk? Because
Nope. Cannot be.
even even in the during the life and times of um what was it called,
Steve
Steve
Rogers.
Rogers,
Rogers.
he did not think of fighting Hulk.
You won't kill him.
Not
Is
to
there
talk
where
of
he
Sam
picks up
Wilson.
now? I swear you won't kill him.
Not to talk of
And
Sam
it's
Wilson. And even if Sam Wilson is given the super soldier serum, don't tell me he's going to fight Hulk. Sorry,
You
Red
guys
Hulk.
saw
Well, he said Hulk, no,
Sidewinder
He
as
won't
the
tell
villain.
you.
I don't know why you're bothered about this. The Red Hawk is clearly not for Sam Wilson. He has his own villain to face. The leader is still around too. He can be arguing. He can do debates with that guy. Red Hawk is here for Hawk. It's that simple. Come out those two from the equation. We'll now see Falcon versus all these other
Sam
small
Wilson
small
is
guys
going
here
to
and there.
face any Hulk-like character. It will be that Rehab, waiting be name. That guy in She-Hulk.
She said,
ah,
"Now rehab. Are you okay?"
The guy did Rehab now. That's the only way you can face the Hulk.
Fair
I look
enough.
at it. Looks like Sam Wilson will most likely be fighting that is he Juan Carlos character, Jean Carlos
Yeah,
character.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Sidewinder. So like that's what will happen for him. And if because like even with adamantium vibranium, the fight wouldn't make too much sense because like Hulk would just keep throwing him up and down. So like it has to be a more relatable character. And
Yeah,
we
make it
already know
go
that
absurd like this.
at least one Hulk is going to be in the movie. So like it makes sense that Red Hulk has his hands full.
but why do you think that Disney or Marvel have been trying their best to not show us which particular Hawk will be there? Not even a glimpse. They only showed us Red Hawk and they have been making us feel bad for Sam Wilson
You know
since the
it's
The thing is,
Disney
announcement.
they've
movie,
barely
Abby.
shown us Red Hulk too. They
They
won't want
just
to
sell the
show us
movie too
directly.
now.
Exactly. Yeah, they can't just show us everything in the movie like that.
But it's almost like as if this movie will be
I'm
more like a
surprised that
Hawk.
you're surprised.
No, 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 it's not that I'm really surprised. It's just more of I would want to see a glimpse, even if it's just let's say an eye glimpse or a skin or
So
something.
that you
Just show us.
you guess.
Exactly. Like it's meant for us to like there are a lot of in the last couple of movies, like they won't show
Imagine
you
they
a
showed
bunch.
you
In Deadpool, they didn't show you a bunch of things in it, right? That's just how it is.
leave
Sorry.
him. Imagine they show him a glimpse of bleed. You know go
Exactly, in the Deadpool movie, like the hype wouldn't be there as much. Imagine not knowing for sure if Hulk will show, and then like halfway through the movie, while Red Hulk is running terror, you just see a glint of green from the sky. The hype will be there rather than you being
Oh,
in
it's
the
not even
cinema
Hulk
waiting for
self,
Hulk because you know
it's
he's
a
there.
star.
Oh yeah, or
Fair.
Scar or She-Hulk or anything. Like ideally they'll still hint at it, but like this, they've not
Yeah,
even dropped the
but
first trailer officially.
well, true, fair. But the thing is that I shall not want to see She-Hulk. She don't try for her series. Make sense here.
Except you'll
Don't
get what
try.
you
No, she
get.
fact
won't
that
try
You
full stop.
won't vex.
the fact that everybody is talking about Hulk in a Captain America movie, everybody's talking about seeing different versions of Hulk in a Captain America movie is just a bad time for Anthony Mackie. He cannot
Do you
catch
know
a
what
No
is
break.
That's what I
you know
said.
what is funny about that? Even
That's what
Harrison
I've been
Ford
saying.
character said that you are Captain America, but you are not Steve Rogers. If he talk, who are we? Who are we not
That's
to
what I've
mention
been
it?
saying. That you people are saying Captain America. Me, I don't see Captain America. Now Steve Rogers and now Sam Wilson did this movie.
So wait, Shane and Falcon America, you they see me or which one? Because at this point, I didn't.
After
You
my
took the
guy
words
went to
right
go
out
and
of
got
my mouth.
adamantium for the US, and this is how you guys are doing him. No be so. No be so.
You got adamantium for
Anyways,
Voila,
I
what?
think we should talk about that adamantium for a bit before we move into the next one. The fact that this is the first time we are seeing adamantium, is it okay? From what they said is adamantium. Is it that someone named it adamantium, or they know that it is adamantium? That's like my first
What's that?
question.
adamantium in Captain
Adamantium,
America.
yeah. And my second question is,
Like the
does
metal.
this mean
Yeah,
does
the
this mean
metal.
that yes, the metal, does this mean that we get a hint of probably Wolverine or all these people that has tie-ins with adamantium or X23? something like that. It doesn't
Um,
necessarily have to be Hugh Jackman.
yeah, Panda and
Wolverine
I were
like that.
speaking about this, and ideally they shouldn't connect this new source of adamantium to Wolverine, because Wolverine is supposed to be a character that has existed since the First World War. So just having this be his origin story of getting adamantium sort of reduces the impact of Wolverine. So like, yes, this will be our first introduction to adamantium. Maybe someone
MC
discovers the
Wolverine.
metal. Maybe it's something that we've already known, but now we have a huge supply of it. That one they can go either ways, but ideally this shouldn't be the source of Wolverine's adamantium.
Okay, that
Looking at
explains.
it
I
for
mean, we've
that,
already seen Beast, so
Fair enough.
we could just
Who's you were saying?
Uja.
yeah. What I was trying to mention was, I think I don't know if it's still too early to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine. If it is, just tell me so that I just pause here.
I think everybody on
Is
this
it
call has watched it.
okay? Okay. So
I think
if it's
everybody in the world has seen it.
well, fair enough, fair enough. What I'm just trying to what I can point out is the aspect that technically, since Deadpool and Wolverine is technically part of the MCU, it's not really our first introduction to adamantium. I don't know if they plan
um,
on using any tie from that to what they call it, to the movie. I think basically the what Zypher mentioned about adamantium probably existing but in a small quantity before, and now they're seeing it in large supply is going to be something. Is more likely the direction they will go. And I'm only wondering. I know that it is not necessary, but it would really be nice if the what you call the Wakandans try something, sha, just generally speaking, because they are the ones who normally have all these rare metals and they are hoarding. So now that
the
adamantium is
vibranium is
there, it's part
actually
of the
has
new
tired
power
them.
struggle.
They
Bro,
see
Yeah.
who's
yeah,
not
like
to lie.
Vibranium
They
is
not
even
born
close to
Wakanda well,
them.
may they come out to Wakanda, come talk, say they won't collect adamantium. After hiding vibranium for decades, everybody will just face them. So they should just stay and enjoy their vibranium. It wouldn't even like plot wise, I wouldn't even like it because like you have your own precious metal, you have an infinite supply of it in your hometown. You were holding it for centuries, and then there's a newly discovered one in a different place entirely, and then you now carry your chairman
Cypher
and
will
say you
be
want to go and
far.
no now.
Those niggas are proud. Wait till they won't find outside.
Exactly. I don't think now, especially since vibranium is still going to be top tier, like to be vibranium versus adamantium. Although adamantium will be the better metal, I don't think they'll come out of their way to play in a political race to find another metal.
Which
But they
one is
might.
stronger? It's not Vibranium that is stronger.
There's my, I
Um,
was just looking at the statement
Technically
from the trailer that
adamantium.
said all world powers were going for it. So that's why I decided to bring it up.
Yeah, no. I get your point. I'm saying it's possible. I'm just saying, me personally, I wouldn't like it because, like, story wise, it's like it seems like a very selfish thing to do after holding your own metal for years to now say, "Oh, look, they found a new metal. Let's go and harvest it." Like
Nice.
it doesn't make sense. But one more thing I actually wanted to clarify. When one saying the MCU, Deadpool and Wolverine isn't part of the MCU. I just feel like I know people just use the term like generally, but MCU is Marvel Cinematic Universe. It refers to 616 solely. Deadpool and Wolverine happened in another universe. So it's part of the
It's
Marvel multiverse, but it's
Marvel
not part of the
Multiverse.
MCU specifically.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Yeah, so like they can still say in the MCU, it's our first sighting of adamantium, but in the multiverse, obviously, it's not the first. It just depends on how they want to. Because like I know Panda and I discussed it, and they might want to ignore it. But in She-Hulk, they did say man with metal claws seen in a club, which was meant to be a Wolverine teaser. But now that things are actually in fruition, they might just pretend that never happened. So like they might either go, Wolverine has been around all this while, or they might just bring Wolverine from another universe and make him a mainstay in the MCU. It just depends on how they want to go about it.
I think Fantastic Four is going to answer that question. If we see how they do with Fantastic Four, because the way it is, Fantastic Four is not going to be
Yeah,
at
I think
616. You understand? So it's most probably
Yeah,
going to be like they'll just bring Fantastic Four from another universe or another universe. Then they'll become like canon characters in this current
to the
universe.
MCU. Yeah. Sure, you were
Oh,
saying.
okay.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna be. Um, yeah, I was gonna say that I think Kevin Feige said that we're going to have another Wolverine, another actor. Um, so I don't know how they're going to do that to integrate
Yeah,
the new actor, because most of the X-Men that we know, it's Hugh Jackman's face that is, most of the timelines or the multiverse, except the time they showed us Henry Cavill's own, which I think they did for a reason to show that, yeah, to tell us that Wolverines can have different faces. So in the future, don't be surprised if you see another Wolverine, maybe on Ed 616, that I
Well,
don't
the
know,
thing is,
it's out
they
of
could
time
pull.
or something, and is the Wolverine is going to be the Wolverine for the future. I don't know. I'm just speculating here, but that's my thoughts on
I'm not gonna
Wolverine
mind if they give us the
on the Wolverine.
Calvary, that reload punch inside that one scene in Deadpool is still very, very it's
Well,
actually
anyways, the
Then
thing is,
also I wanted to
the thing
ask
is,
this
I would
question.
okay.
I
Continue, sir.
wrote it down here.
Continue, sir.
When they say a brave new world, what do you think they mean exactly?
pride.
I'm a
Invite.
Barbie girl in my Barbie world. Life of plastic.
like I've
But like
told
all
you,
jokes
Yeah,
I
aside,
either call it Captain America 4 or
the
New World
cupola.
Order. I don't know what Brave New World is. Never heard of that title in my life.
jokes aside, it's probably just
Okay,
going to refer to like the unleashing of something new. It's just going to refer to the unleashing of something new and how the world deals with it, like Brave New World. In that, maybe it's referring to Adamantium, maybe it's referring to the new heroes, but like it's just this was the previous world order because that was meant to be the title, and then it's now a new world. So like even both titles reflect the same thing because New World Order and Brave New World actually technically mean the same thing. It's just one sounds Barbie-ish and the other sounds very manly. So like I think it's still Brave New World is technically still New World Order. So it's just we're moving into a new stage and the world is bravely
Unless
taking on it.
unless they are going to use this movie to introduce, like, to push further for multiverse and whatnot. And also, just to add on what Shane said, they could pull a Reed Richards on us with what happened in Multiverse of Madness. So, we saw a John Krasinski, that was fan service. Then they casted Pedro Pascal. So we could see the fact that we've seen Henry Cavill as Wolverine.
Another fan service, Abby.
Also like
The
two
fact that
things
we've
I
seen
want to
Henry
mention
Cavill as
before we move on
Wolverine,
from this.
we could.
Am I lagging or is that Paul lagging?
This
Is
network just
that
a
point
bit.
like
Is me, oh,
Awesome.
is me, oh.
Nobody is lagging.
So
It's
the
me and
two things I want
my
to
network.
mention before we move on, it's firstly, there's this ideology behind it in that, like Marvel said they didn't want John Krasinski as Reed Richards because they wanted to cast a younger person who could handle the character for like a
Don't cast
couple,
this
like
girl.
a decade onwards. And we all know Pedro Pascal isn't young, and neither is Vanessa. Well, Vanessa Kirby is sort of young, but Pedro
His
Pascal is
mindset.
definitely
His
young.
mindset. He's
So
young in
this
his
is
mind.
mindset. So there's this
that?
idea that they are using Pedro Pascal to introduce us to Reed Richards from another universe, and he's going to come over to Earth 616 after that movie. But Secret Wars is meant to be a soft reboot, so like we might get Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards for just a couple of movies before the soft reboot gives us our own version of the Fantastic Four. So like it was actually a theory I saw and I kind of like it. Like it makes sense because like they did say they wanted a younger character that can portray the character for at least 10 years, which Pedro Pascal isn't. So maybe we're just getting him. They didn't want to use the new actor, and then now have to reboot it and then keep the same actor. So they're just using Pedro Pascal to introduce us to the character. Then after Secret Wars, we have the soft reboot into a different Reed Richards who could be a different cast entirely. So what do you guys think about that?
In general, I like it. I like the idea. But one thing about Secret Wars, there's also the aspect of incursions, which we saw towards the end of Multiverse of Madness, right? So I'm looking at it in the sense that just to buttress on what you mentioned, it's possible that there will be that what they call incursion issue that will occur, whereby the Fantastic Four, their world, want to come in contact with what they call our world. Sorry, the 616, and there's going to be Richard, the Pedro Pascal version, and of course the eventual one in 616 will meet and probably have their face off or something like that. So that's
Yeah, which
the
brings me to the
aspect I'm
second
looking
thing.
at.
The second thing I actually wanted to mention, because you were around, we had this conversation the last podcast we had, wherein we're discussing how they could handle the incursions, and like I brought up the point that we haven't seen an incursion happen yet. We've been hearing about them, but we haven't seen it happen, and that's the problem for me, because like we don't know how dangerous it is, we don't know what sort of form it takes, we don't know why the heroes are meant to be scared of incursions. So like we continued this conversation in the group later, and we came up with this. Rather than the Fantastic Four universe being the one that collides with Earth, there's actually another universe that we have currently that has a bunch of characters that we love and we've seen and we've lived in with for decades that they could use. Because the idea behind the Ultimate Universe was there was a line of Ultimate Comics where we saw other superheroes living their normal day, like they had their families, they were doing their superhero stuff, and then their universe was colliding with ours. So at that point in time, you don't know who to support. Do you support the universe that you've known all this while, or this other universe that you've actually been following for a couple of years? So rather than using Fantastic Four as the universe to collide with us, they can use Fantastic Four as the universe that gets destroyed. It gets collided with another one, so we know what an incursion looks like. Then we use the Deadpool and Wolverine universe to collide with ours, because like then we have our heroes, Falcon, Doctor Strange, all these other guys, Spider-Man that we know going up against Deadpool, Wolverine, Blade, Elektra, some of these other X-Men characters that we know that in the Deadpool universe. So like Pano and I had that conversation, and we feel like it might actually be the best way to go. Because, like, when that movie comes, first off, it will be epic. You have Avengers versus X Men, right? You have Hillberry, Storm, Professor X, Wolverine, like all these characters you know and love, with the actors that you know and love with them coming up against the Avengers that we know and love. So, like, you won't be able to, it's not good versus bad. You won't be able to easily pick a side, and we'll be more attached to the Deadpool universe than we will be to the Fantastic Four universe because we know all these characters in the Deadpool universe. So I don't know. I just feel like that would be a fun thing to see. Like we get to combine AVX
Yeah,
with Secret
dying
Wars.
for fun.
Yeah, yes, Grove, yes. But like, yeah, I feel like that's actually a fun thing they can do.
Yeah, and what you mentioned now just brought my mind to something when you talked about that there's another universe where what in the Marvels, is it the Rambo
Beast,
girl? She entered
yes,
another universe with Beast.
yes,
That universe,
yes.
is that our X-Men verse? Has it been confirmed?
No,
Like the
no, it
Fox
hasn't been
verse?
confirmed, but it's the same actor that played it in the X-Men movies, the original X-Men movies, that is playing it in this in the end credits. So it could be the X-Men verse that we're used to.
So this is basically Disney. If you know Sabi, make you watch this live video and look at
I
it
get your
yourself.
ideas. Because Kevin
And
Feige
then,
mentioned that Deadpool and Wolverine will be the one of the most important movies to Secret Wars. But to be honest, after watching the movie, it didn't feel that important to
yeah, it didn't
like
feel
the
like it
multiverse
carried
saga.
through to that. It
So
didn't
yeah,
necessarily
maybe
feel like
that's what they are
it.
building up. Maybe they want to use it in that regard. Maybe this is just to get us to fall in love with these characters, X-23, Wolverine, and these other guys that are in that universe. And then we'll later get to see them fight our own.
But wait, we didn't want to assume that they are all dead because Alliot and what happened towards the end of the what they call
The
it, X.
TVA rescued them.
And Peter,
Oh,
Yeah, the TVA rescue. That's why X-23 was with Wolverine at the end. The TVA went back and rescued all of them from the moment before they
oh,
died.
oh, yes, 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 yes. True, 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 true.
Yeah, but even aside those ones, we still have the other X-Men characters that exist in Deadpool's universe because they are still alive by that point in time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So Professor
Like,
X, Storm, Magneto, all those other ones will still be there.
ah, well, that would be crazy, And somebody, a certain girl, one day told us that, oh, Marvel is completely dead. I mean, they were dead for a while, but they are back. They are back.
I remember good times. That was Stephanie, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was her.
I
Well,
doubt
that's
that they
all
are
I
back
can because
unless
I've
they can
never
do everything
actually.
properly.
Yeah.
What is dead may never die.
But there's
Hello?
something that Tokwe said. There's something Tokwe said the other time that actually
Hello, can you
I find
hear me?
quite interesting. He said the same actor that
Dakwa.
played Beast in the X-Men movies.
Dakwa, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you, Shil. Everybody can hear you. So as I was saying, yeah, Tokwe said something about
Okay.
um,
But now we have to move to the next topic because we only have about an hour, and an hour is almost coming to an end. So yeah, the next one that we have here, I'm sure we're not going to take long.
is what if. Sit on the screen. Our next topic is what if. I'm I'm go- I'm going to leave this part for Grove, Zypher, and Uja
Ah, Azal.
because I'm running away from this what if.
Finish
You're
what
running
you
away
had
from
to
what
say
if for
before.
Snow White.
No, I've skipped Snow White
Finish your train
already.
of thought. We are listening to you.
Eh. Okay. So what if what if we actually listen to Grove talk?
No, that's not what I'm saying. You were saying something before Sheon cut you off. Like finish that.
Okay, yeah. So
Finish that.
that part I was saying, there's a bit of difference from I know it's the same actor, there's a bit of difference. So it might mean that it's actually not the same universe in the sense that the previous beast, it was prosthetic and makeup. This new one is CGI, although it's the same actor. But
Wow.
Yeah.
this new one is
Wow. See
CGI.
difference are you?
So it might be actually different universe where
Yeah,
the
it
beast
could,
in
it
the
could.
X-Men universe, it doesn't look as huge as the one that we saw in um that musical movie that Marvel did that last year.
Yeah.
So it could
It's
be
in
a
a musical
different
movie.
universe.
Yeah, fair enough.
Merry Christmas.
Fair enough. What if? We got a bunch of announcements for what if. We saw some characters that we'll be seeing in episodes. They might not be getting their own episodes, but we'll be seeing them in episodes. So Shang-Chi, Moon Knight, like, characters we actually care about. Half of the season does not have to be Captain Carter. So that renews my hope for season
Talk
three
your
of
mind.
What
Talk
If.
your mind.
I don't talk and finish. I don't like that character. I don't want to see him again.
Let me say, what God cannot do does not exist. Oh God, season two had to be one of the biggest letdowns after season one. Like season one of what we
No,
feel. Like first of all, I want to
I
mention
felt like
the fact that this is last season.
they were trying to overcompensate for a Jen Carter movie. So they had to look for an opportunity to you know, overuse the Carter. But they did mess it up, Sha. I got tired of seeing too much of a Jen Carter.
How she go show for almost 5 episodes out of 8. I know that's not accurate figures, but still, that's how it felt like. Like how bad. But
Imagine
one
you.
thing I'm going to look at is the fact that this is the what they call the final season. They've announced it, so we'll be getting other animations to look forward to after What If. But now going to the particular characters that they are bringing into the series, like I actually really hope they do dynamic things with these characters, not just Mordecai. Like you get what I mean by dynamic. Like for instance, one of the better episodes of season two, the Iron Man episode, for instance, things like that, or the Mordecai Shang-Chi episode where feature sorry, the Hela episode. Those two, like whereby they pick the character, they twist the story completely, give a different perspective. That's what I'm looking for. I don't want to see Moon Knight and it's like, what if it was his babe that was now the Moon Knight and not him? I don't want to see that nonsense. Please, we leave that with Captain Carter and we say goodbye to that. What are you guys' thoughts about it?
Grovy, they try
Hello?
hide. What are your thoughts about it?
I know they hide. I know watch the trailer.
That was crazy. It wasn't a trailer.
Exactly, like there was
I
no
entered
trailer.
the
We just dropped the announcements on the group. It's people like you we
oh
need to remove from the group. Kai.
Punch could
you've
see
not been
it.
tagging me to anything lately now.
Sorry, I it was out. What did you guys mention?
What if
What if
Moon Knight and who else? Who else did I just
Mo-
say is appearing in season
Moonlight,
three?
Shang-Chi,
Shang-Chi,
and aha!
Ironheart
White,
as well.
Hmm.
what is his name? White Vision. Finally, they actually remember that this guy, they
White
made a
Vision.
character that is
Wow.
White Vision.
Yeah, White Vision will also be in,
You're even
in
subtle with your
What If
receiving.
season three. So like we have more characters that are getting the spotlight.
And they gave us like a bit of glimpse towards the end of season 2
I
about what
think
will
I
happen
think
in season
I
3.
think Marvel is getting proud.
How?
Like they
Well,
became very
from
ambitious with this multiverse something. They should slow down and go back to our
Simple story.
one
Yeah,
phase one, phase two. Take it easy. Let
yeah,
they
fair enough.
they should breathe.
Actually,
At least
fair
if
enough.
they can calm down and redo their books, they'll realize that okay, there's no need to. It feels like they are trying to do everything before good actors die. That's basically how I see it.
Yeah,
They're like, oh,
because
this
they
guy
are
if he
also.
die, we will sharply cast out.
Fair
well,
enough.
from my own side, I don't have thoughts per se on what if. I'm just excited to see some characters that we've not seen before in the What If series. But one thing I'm after is them actually doing like proper justice. Like Ujat said, or I don't know who said it. I don't want to see Shang-Chi now. They will not tell me is the younger sister that is with the 10 rings, or is their
Yeah,
mother Unicorn,
That
or
boy,
yeah.
maybe
that boy, you have
Shang-Chi's
already
lost.
jinxed it. I
Saying that
promise
you've
you, that's what you are
just.
going to see.
No, the thing is,
when when is it coming
the
out?
fact is that I don't even know actually. The fact is that there are a lot of stories at which they could do that doesn't involve swapping roles. There could
Yeah,
be
I do
what
get like
if,
there are a lot of beautiful concepts out there that they can focus on.
yes. It doesn't
But
necessarily have
no,
to be
gender swap.
What if Aquafina is Shang-Chi? They could do okay, what if Shang-Chi never left his dad? You get that's a proper story.
Yeah.
What happened. So
I'm the only one that
Mhm.
doesn't like that girl.
they could do what if
Nope.
his dad never trained him.
I don't say that for you. They like anybody, so it's not a surprise.
But yeah, Dapo, you're right. Like, do you remember when we did our own list of what if episodes that they could do? And like, there were actually beautiful ideas that everyone was dropping. No, it's not everything that is what if this person didn't get the power or this person got the power instead.
Yes.
Like, be creative with it.
Or
What if this
even only
person did
Marvel
not
could
even
find this to do.
alive?
I
But
mean,
what do you guys think
look
of
at
the
this.
fact that, okay, I
Sorry,
don't want to
sorry,
say, what
Ujad.
do you guys think of
Look
the
at
fact that, no, wow. Okay, that for talk.
no vex, no vex. Thank you. So I mean, look at the story of that Marvel game that T'Chaka met with Captain America. You get
Beautiful,
that's a very
beautiful.
good that's a very
That
good
is a
what
what
if story. Like, what if T'Chaka actually like took his time to like meet with Captain America and all of this happened and Captain
I want
America
to
never
check out
really
for
ended up
kid
in the
guy.
eyes.
Oh.
I'm not even talking
Honestly,
about fighting now. I'm even talking about like maybe the storyline of that game, something like that.
yeah,
That is
like
a
that
proper
plot.
what if. Yes, it's a proper what
Yeah.
if that they could use.
I do not take orders from you. Oh God, that was vibes and aura. Vibes and aura.
Now the same what if we watch who that?
That's
No,
from
no,
the
I'm
game.
talking
Relax.
from the
That's from
lines
the
of the
game.
game. Yeah.
You said I
Things
was
like
saying
that,
what
you
if
go see them and you know that
you
at
that you
least
were saying
Chaka,
something.
T'Chaka was portrayed as more of a very violent Black Panther. More of the like
He
how
is
Black
now.
Panther people become it.
He just made a person will abandon him brother, he no go violent.
Person will
I sorry,
spare his
his
brother.
brother Peking.
He killed his own brother.
Not just the
Sorry,
abandon of the
I
people.
forgot that plot.
Anyways,
So yeah,
please
things
let's
like
let's
that is what
quickly
we're
round up
looking
and
on what if. We
that
still
was
have
in old
Daredevil
age. Oh.
to
Imagine how it
discuss.
was when he was younger.
for. Fair enough, fair enough.
We still
Wait,
have Daredevil to discuss. So let's not waste too much time on what if.
Me, I just
so
if they can do
just
put
one more thing I want
Captain
to.
Carter, be Agent Carter, or whatever the fuck her name is, if they can give her 5 episodes, me, I just need T'Challa or T'Chaka, any Black Panther character. I need like 5 episodes too, cause which kind of cheating be that? If they can give a bad character good episodes, let them give good characters too now.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Have you seen Frozen?
but
Have you
I
watched
know
Frozen?
Frozen.
Let it
how
go.
from where.
Let it go.
Are you
Let
talking
it
to me? Are you
go.
referring to me?
Let it go.
That I should let go.
let let it go. They've done it. They've done it. They've chopped our eyes. Let's just let it go.
Season 3, at least 3 episodes. Maybe they use Chadwick Boseman voice. I beg. Let's go.
Oh,
Okay, so we have Daredevil. Last, that's the last thing on our list. Daredevil.
mm.
I don't know. I don't know who added Snow White to it, but
Izujat, I'm sure.
I don't know.
I have things
Zypher,
to say. I have things to say, but no problem.
Zypher,
We'll say because
Zypher.
of time.
We are on the last item, which is
Snow
Daredevil.
White was part
I
of
don't
it, so now
I
you
don't
don't
know.
want green make
I
wear
don't
am.
know. I don't know who added. I don't know who added
Uh-huh.
Snow White
The guy what
About
they
to
talk
our
about
list.
Daredevil.
Olaf.
In the trailer, the seven dwarfs, why they make them CGI now?
What you want the actual to
Oh
have?
God.
Do you know that they
Yeah,
actually
you want
casted
people.
actual dwarfs first, and then the Tyrion Lannister actor, what's his name again, Peter Dinklage, he complained that it
No
was
idea.
disrespectful, so Disney had to fire all the dwarves and then made them CGI.
Yeah, I'm sure those dwarves were very happy.
Exactly, guy. He made seven people lose their jobs. That's just
What?
crazy.
Bro,
What?
Joe, wait,
What?
bro, imagine working with Disney like that. You know you don't cash out. Because that's like the same way Peter Dinklage came into like the
Exactly. In
limelight.
Game of Thrones, they casted
One
you as a dwarf. Like, what's the
obscure role,
problem?
and then he blew. Then he saw his other niggas
Yeah.
blow. He was like, nope, nope,
And he
nope.
said,
You
no,
see
I'm the
that
only dwarf in Hollywood.
they can replace you guys. Thanks for your help, but no thanks.
It was silly.
Maybe that's the official announcement. Say maybe behind the scenes, like I beg now, moon and no replace you.
But like that part, we're meant to be talking about Snow White now. Why am I
My
seeing
lie is
Daredevil?
mad.
Yeah,
I don't know why Snow White is on the list. Me, I don't know. But anyways,
But
because it's part
Zypher,
of
what
the
was that stuff
announcement,
that
brother.
we watched last year? There was one series we watched last year that you said the opening was done by AI, like the opening.
Secret invasion also.
that's
Oh,
Secret
okay,
Invasion.
okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
Reminds me
secret
of that.
invasion.
The whole dwarf something. Fire out the dwarf.
Well, you
No,
see,
around that
the thing
time,
is,
those will
the
start
thing
the
is,
strike now.
Peter Dinklage is just a weary. Walai, he's not just okay. In the sense that when they casted him in MCU, they casted him as Eitri the dwarf. They did not cast him as Eitri the
And
blacksmith.
you don't get money now. Everything is disrespectful. Person we don't chop. People will never chop. They
Omo.
don't see the disrespect there.
You know, when you are
Anyway,
not hungry, you have different you have other priorities that come to mind
Mm.
generally. And
but
well, though, I don't know what to say about that. Just that Peter Dinklage is an African by heart. That what they do to ourselves with that. But yeah, another
Wow.
another thing I want to look at least what I have been talking about since the trailer, since even the announcement. Gal Gadot versus what they call this girl's name. Rachel Ziegler or something Ziegler. Sha,
Dolph Ziggler.
one thing I want to mention, that mirror on the wall, it definitely has to be the one from that cartoon. With the king that was trapped in the mirror, he's salty. That's why he saw Gal Gadot and he was like, "No, you are not the fairest of them all." The guy was salty. He just had to cause chaos. He wanted chaos because I don't know, except if this movie is trying to preach us that beauty is from the inside, that is not what we see outside. The fairest of them all is by the heart or some bullshit like that. Unless
The thing
that's the
is,
point.
the thing
I
is,
can't see I can't see why.
you are just saying
Jesus
it
Christ.
because I mean, is the thing is sometimes casting cannot always be right. You just have to stop looking at the cast eventually and start looking at the plot. So
Well,
the
the,
plot the
the
plot
same the
says
same plot.
the evil stepmother is not fair. She's not the fairest. But the cast says otherwise. So
Oh
that's why
god.
you have to stop looking at plot. I mean, stop looking
This
at
is
the
the
cast.
This is the first live action plot armor. The plot is trying to make us realize, or is trying. What's the word? That thing whereby you are lying to somebody to his face, making the person think that you are telling the truth. Aha, the plot is gaslighting us into believing that truly, Rachel Ziegler's character, Snow White, is the fairest of them all.
Now who
Oh
be
God,
you?
I'm even
That's
wondering
like
who will be the
I
huntsman
don't
in this
believe why
case.
they go gaslight me. Ah, am I blind?
Like from the announcement, it was something that I was wondering that how are they going to do it? How are they going to do it? Then they now dropped trailer. I saw Gal Gadot and I was like, damn. I saw Rachel Ziegler and I was like, man. And I was not like, wow, this they actually went with it. It's like this just shows that Disney, they're a group of very stubborn people. Just like a mouse. You know, a mouse,
Bro,
you keep chasing it away from your house, it still find its way there. That's how Disney
Guess what
are.
they
well,
are brand?
They
my
embodied it.
own,
Guess who created Mickey Mouse?
I
Fair
was
enough,
going to
fair enough.
say, like, I was going to actually say what Grove said, but the thing is, my own thought on Snow White is to just keep it moving, so that we can talk about Daredevil.
Uja, they said shut the fuck up.
uh, no problem. Let's go,
But
let's
yeah,
go.
they've
There,
already
them.
casted
Ehen.
it. There's no need to
So let's
dwell
talk
on it
about
anymore.
Daredevil Born Again. Daredevil Born Again. The title self is even sweet.
He's a
But the
Christian
only
now.
thing I don't like about this, and now it's Catholic. The only thing I don't
Oh,
like about
crazy.
this Daredevil, the only thing I don't like is the suit. It's too bright. It's just too bright. I prefer when the suit was like dark red so that I can easily blend with the night. I don't like if headlamp should shine on him or something. Yeah, everybody will quickly know that there's somebody there. He's just too bright. The suit is too bright. But other than that, I'm excited for all other things. We can see that Foggy looks like a man now. He doesn't look foggy. He looks like a man. And there are rumors that Punisher might be there. I mean, Wilson
Rumors.
Fisk is coming
You
back.
know, you know what the trailer?
Eh?
You said rumors. I'm like, you did not watch the trailer.
No, the trailer is not all that. I want to come. Well, from what me I saw set pictures. So I don't think I've not seen trailer. I saw set pictures, and I saw Punisher in the
That's
set pictures.
another person that's supposed to go through purging in the group. When they dropped a full-on trailer for us to see from
Uja, see
D23,
they talk.
That
and
was
we saw
4 days
Punisher
ago.
live and
I saw
direct.
your
We saw
slander.
Punisher.
Oh.
We saw
I've
White
still not
Tiger.
forgotten. Oh.
We saw Fisk
That
there.
was four
But see,
days.
they tell me say
That was
rumors.
4 days ago. No, no, no. I said Punisher is rumored to be there, but
And
what
I'm
I
saying that they
was
show my
going to
guy
say
live
initially
and
is that
direct. They tell me
Punisher's
say it.
Punisher's suit, Punisher's suit is rumored to be clear. That was what I was trying to say. Punisher's suit
Eh,
is rumored to be clear.
better.
It used to look rough somehow. So I'm saying that the suit is rumored to be clear.
Oh, okay, better. Let me know here well. Thank you.
Ehen.
Uh-uh.
Yes, yes. Good thing we cannot rewind this video. Anyways, that's me. I'm just my own is this thing. I don't like the suit, honestly. That's just my own. It's too bright.
But I'll ask you which of the suits because we have like five suits displayed.
No, I'm talking
Or
about the red
there are
suit.
like
The red
five
suit. The
five
red suit.
different what we call the headsets that were shown there. So we believe we will see at least five suits.
And that's what I'm saying. The red suit, that one that is really, really red. You see, the yellow one, we've already seen it in She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
Sorry, we've seen it in that parody of the Hulk movie that they did that time. And the black one, I don't think we've seen that one. Then the other one that looks like gray. That looks like the one that I used in the Netflix series. That's the one that I said I like. You see that red one, that really, really bright red one. That's the one I don't like.
But
And the
you
yellow one
ma
doesn't
quite
count because it's from a parody series.
granted, but you ma you realize that Deadpool sorry, Daredevil is not a DC show. So why you expect make it dark now?
Well, Daredevil doesn't fight during the day like Spider-Man. It's not our conventional. Well, I won't even say he's a superhero. He's a vigilante. Vigilante should not have something that by the time they fly by, someone will be able to say, "Oh, that's Daredevil flying by." Like, it should be see the way Batman does his things now. It blends with the shadow. I would assume
You don't see
Daredevil
Batman car.
employs
Who
something like that
forgot am?
too.
No, no, say na him car.
No, no, see that one he get money, they show him. You get Daredevil no get money. You understand? So like he has to settle for what he has.
A
But my
whole
point
barista
still
lawyer.
stands in the sense that how many cases in they solve? Share the Spider-Man case when he talk say he want do. Waiting you see do for that Spider-Man case. Other than for him to talk say he's a very,
Crazy.
very
Are
good
you
lawyer.
saying
That
Spider-Man
one
is
of the side.
broke?
Ah,
Wow.
he's,
I
he,
wonder if they'll
Oh,
give
which
a
kind
he's
chance
of
to
just
broke
that.
cast them gather
Maybe
like this?
make him realize that it was in a case, then he suddenly forgot about it.
Tony died and we stopped seeing money inside my.
not
But
not just Tony. Oh.
Everybody's
Black
broke.
Panther 2 died. We stop seeing money.
Bro, now them they sponsor MCU lifestyle.
So who sponsor Avengers now?
Now
They'll be
why
putting
when they said
Avengers
that
exist.
Anthony was surprised when they say rebuild the Avengers. Part of the question was with which money?
no, 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 no. It's Sam Wilson. Sam Wilson will do it.
Broke,
With which
broke
money?
soldier.
With which money? Share
It's
pension
army
from the
Broke
retirement
police or what
fund.
soldier.
else?
Don't play. Oh. Don't play.
You
Oh.
know what? Falcon and Winter Soldier, abi? Where he was looking for
You
money in
know
that
about enter
flight center.
plane. Ah God. I was so embarrassed.
Yeah, fuck.
Anyways,
I would say that
point
we've talked about a lot of nuances, but let's actually go into the trailer. What are the things those of us that watched it saw, and what are the things we like? Because to me
Wait,
personally,
wait,
that has to be one of the
first.
sexiest trailers that was dropped in the entire D23.
For
From the opening till everything, even the characters were expecting. Like, look at what when he was talking to Punisher, he told Punisher that you can drop the machete. The guy look machete once one user strike him again, say the Chris. That kind of energy. Those are the things we're looking towards. Then the conversation between Daredevil and Fisk, where Mordecai Fix talked about something to be things to be broken, chaos and violence, and the two of
you
them
do
because they
know
look each other they
you
laugh.
do know that
That
that person you're looking at is actually Poindexter. That is Bullseye in Daredevil suit.
Bullseye. Yeah.
That's
mhm.
Bullseye in Daredevil suit. That's why he's not wearing the new red suit. I would assume the reason why Daredevil is going for a red and bright suit is because Poindexter took. If you remember the last season of Daredevil in the Netflix series, Poindexter took his suit and was going around doing Daredevil. But you get so like I would assume that that's why Daredevil. Cypher, please back me up. Why are you being quiet?
Sorry, no vex. What did I miss?
We
That
are
one no
talking
watch
about
the
Come and see the
Daredevil.
guy
trailer
run.
of Justice. And Daredevil, brother.
I've seen the trailer. I've seen the trailer actually.
Yeah, I heard you talking about Point Dexter. Like yeah, we have
Yeah.
a lot of characters in the trailer because we also got White Tiger. From I'm sure most of you would remember her from the Ultimate Spider-Man series
Spider-Man
because it was
series,
Luke
yeah.
Cage,
Yeah.
Iron Fist, Spider-Man, and her. But this is the original character, so it's a male. We have Poindexter returning, Kingpin, Daredevil, Punisher. We also have the villain, one of the villains, and like I think I heard Hugh Jack mentioning how Kingpin and Daredevil seem to be teaming up, and yeah, the dialogue seems back, the action seems back, the exchange where Kingpin was like, that threat, is it from me or from your other self? So like yeah, I'm overall excited for the series. I don't know where Dapo was going with the Point Dexter points, but yes, that was Point Dexter. And we have
Okay.
numerous other suits from Daredevil, minus the original suit that Point Dexter stole in season 3. So I don't know what else I might have missed. Sorry, like I had to go off for a little while.
Oh, okay. But the guy came and gave full recap,
Yeah. So
sha.
what? Sharp, 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 sharp. Yeah. I mean, that's why
I
he's
have
the one
something
paying
to
all of
say.
us. Anyways, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many of you like Charlize Theron?
You dey wine?
The
What,
South
what what
Yeah,
does
African.
this have to do with Daredevil?
it doesn't
South
have
African
anything.
care.
I just don't like Kujat.
Is she not South
Um,
African?
She is South African.
Yeah, she has.
Person
She's
wey
of
white
South
like that. No,
African
no, stop dey deceive each other.
I have just one question. Why was the name brought up?
Why would I not bring it up? What do you mean she's not fine?
She's in the MCU now, so it's part of our discussion.
I swear, Grove remembered.
Kujat,
Wow.
She's
open
in the
your mouth
Kuja
and
MCU.
said she
speak
was
She's
and
in
not
the
fine.
MCU.
defend yourself because you are not explaining yourself. You are defending yourself.
Bro, not bro, don't worry, I go carry and go. You no wow, no
And you're
wow.
talking about removing people from the group.
Now why
Now,
now why no be me the run am abeg, abeg.
Although, like Sean said, she's our clear in the MCU, so like she's technically an MCU character as well.
She's our
yeah.
who?
Yeah, and we
Yes,
don't.
she's playing.
Clear, wife of
She's
Doctor Strange,
playing the yes.
Oh yes, yes, yes. I remember her.
and you still say she was not
Why you go
fine.
remember?
Your head they
Say she
touch
Yeah,
was
now,
fine.
sometimes.
ah,
So you need
God.
to remember.
I tried to
Mm,
clarify what I was talking about was the disparity between she and this what they call it Twilight girl in that Snow White movie that we watched. That was what I was talking about. I was like, it was not too
Twilight.
fine in comparison to the disparity between Gal Gadot and Rachel
In
Ziegler. That
comparison to
one
the
is too much.
disparity. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Just say sorry.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
How
no
do
vex.
we?
It have do. It have do. So I was just
Like
pointing out in the Daredevil trailer that most of the parts where we saw Daredevil in suit, who just was talking about that part. So I was like, that is actually Point Dexter. That wasn't Matt Murdock in the suit. That was Point Dexter because he stole the suit at the end of the last Netflix series, last Netflix Daredevil series. So that's Point Dexter in the suit. And I will assume that that's why Daredevil is going for a different suit, a lighter red suit, which I don't like, by the way. I prefer the Netflix suit because that one looks much more vigilante kind of suit compared to the bright MCU. If I thought Daredevil is going to become probably part of the daylight saving Avengers or something, I don't know. Sha,
she na
if it's going
daylight
to be part
saving.
of them, it will be understand
Like 10 o'clock.
it will be understandable. But like if the
Bro,
guy is fighting in the night, if he's fighting in the night, I don't know why his suit has to be bright. It
But you
defeats the
saw the
purpose
black
of
suit
like
as well now.
is
That's
no
the
no we
thing. Fight
I
scenes.
saw
I
the
think the
black
guy no
suit.
watch thriller at all.
Three. No, it's four suits actually. It's just four suits. It's not five. It's the original suit from the Netflix, then the yellow suit
health
from the
teaching. Is
parody
health
Orc
teaching. That's
series,
why.
then
She na
the black
parody.
suit. the black suit and the red bread suit. The black suit would make sense, and I would actually like to see because he's one of the actual original suits from the comics, and the black suit looks much more the color like the one from the comics. It looks much
Nice
more,
light saving, Abi.
and now it looks much more like night. I won't go beat people up in the night kind of thing. But if you are wearing light red suit during the day, it's
We're
as if
getting in the Spider-Man
you are
animated
doing.
series.
Yeah,
The
it's
black
as if
suit with the red cow.
to so you go to you shall get my number. Sure you get.
Well, unlike Spider-Man is in the city, sha, so whether I wear black,
I
Yeah,
don't
whether I wear
I don't understand
red,
what you're saying. Oh. New York City
light,
is just speaking.
light,
See,
light, they
let me
always day.
explain. No, wait, let me explain to you. You are saying Spider-Man is in the
It's
city
not
as if
Gotham where it's
Daredevil is
always
inside
dark.
village. It's not as if Daredevil
Not
is in
Gotham.
village. Daredevil is in Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen is in New York. Spider-Man is in Queens. Queens is in New York. Iron Man is in Manhattan. Manhattan is in New York.
Yeah,
Sure
but
you get.
okay,
but
now
Gotham is
we
always
get some,
Engage
we
is
Gotham is
in
get
always
some
Harlem.
dark.
people,
Harlem is in New
New
York.
York
we
never
get
turn
some
country like
people,
that.
that part, we get some people where they, what they call it, VI. We get people where they lucky, and get people where they Surulere. I rate everybody inside Lagos.
Exactly.
Does
Exactly.
that
That's
mean
what I'm
Surulere
saying.
people are in the city?
No, they are in Lagos City now. That's what
Okay.
you have to understand. They are in
See,
Lagos
guy,
City.
forget,
Sorry.
Iron
On,
Man is the one in
forget,
VI.
forget the general name.
on
Some
the same
some
note,
places was
the-
pass of other places. Gotham too is a
no
city,
problem.
but
You don't vex the Lagos
yeah,
guy now.
Gotham and Metropolis are two different places.
And light they
Yeah,
shine on
same
That point.
Metropolis.
universe. Same
There are five
universe.
suits. 'Cause there's the white suit as well. I had to go back to confirm, but like there's also a pure white suit. So if the light red is
So
annoying you, wait until you see him dressed in white.
turn
then
up,
it's not a devil anymore if he's in white.
There
Devil
angel,
They
or
might
Abi.
as well
angel.
they might as well
no,
call
truth
him good
angel.
angel or something. Or sweet
Is it
angel.
going to, is it really going to wear all these suits, or I hope they're just showing us the mask for
It
him to
But you
depends.
no
walk
go
through
vex if
four
you see
suits.
one episode, you open wardrobe, you see five suits, you pick one until the end of the series, it's only that one is wearing.
Yes, exactly.
So
People go to cry.
They can't tease us
Oh
exactly,
and not
no
guy,
have
people
my
it.
know.
Gary.
tears, premium tears.
Something I wanted to ask. Is the day I don't know, but is the
Then
Daredevil
again,
going to be closely R rated?
yeah. Similar to
At
Echo.
least not PG-13.
Yeah,
You
it
said?
won't be like it will be more like Echo than Moon Knight. Like it will be closer to that blood and gore.
Oh, please, thank you. Because I watched the trailer and I did see the guy punch somebody. I see say Punisher showed in the trailer, and Punisher is in the trailer, and you will not make it PG-13. People will vex. I will vex. The Punisher will carry a
Then
machete, will hit somebody who will not see it strike, will just hear screams at the back of it. No be so. I am here for the violence. I have waited so long. And after the nonsense they did to Daredevil in the parody series, as Dapo keeps mentioning, I actually really want him to throw hands properly. And I
There
want to
was a
see him
parody
team up with
series.
Punisher a lot. I believe the parody series is titled She-Hulk. I don't know, something like
Okay.
that. I didn't really watch it like that, but I heard a lot of things about it.
Nice.
So who else has more to say about the Daredevil? Aha, Grove, you've just been what they call lip syncing and entering into the everybody's conversation. Your own personal thoughts. What do you say about it?
If I talk now, go comot me for group. I don't want to leave yet.
Talk. We there here. This is an open space. It's a free ground.
I've not watched the trailer.
no, no
Viper
wonder.
just left. Damn. I will share a report.
Well, I've seen the
Yeah, let
trailer, Sha.
Yeah, I've been
me
busy.
look at time. I'll tell you 1 hour, 19 minutes. Go check waiting group talk.
Now 1 hour 30 minutes. We should have ended 30 minutes ago. Now I wouldn't have said this. Nobody would have known.
Anyways, I want to appreciate everybody for joining. Even though it was such short notice, that English one hang for there. But anyways, thank everybody for
Leave him,
joining.
leave him, leave him.
It's time to go and prepare for Monday because tomorrow is work, and
Yep.
um we'll see you some other
Ah,
time. No, we'll see you same time next weekend. Uh so our Baba Olowo to have joined. Our Baba Olowo have joined. So let's hear let's hear some farewell messages from Mr. Zaifa.
All right. Before I go into the farewell fully, sorry, I just because there was something I wanted to say before the Wi-Fi went off. Is Suja still on this call?
yes, I am.
Okay,
Hello.
so like the actor
Yes.
of Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio, he was saying that there were some things that they allowed them to do. Like there were some fight sequences that he saw that he was genuinely shocked that Disney allowed them to actually film them. And he mentioned a bunch of them, like fight sequences where he and Charlie Cox were actually shocked that, oh wow, they actually allowed these things to pass. So yeah, I feel like we'll actually get some extent of the blood and gore that we're used to. But that aside, I missed most of the Daredevil conversation, unfortunately, because I've been moving up and down. But overall, like it was actually a fun discussion. We went through Captain America 4, Daredevil, Percy Jackson, Snow White, Art Against Darko's Wishes, and we've learned a couple of new things. Ideally, we should have had this last week when it was more recent, closer to D23. But Nigeria said no, and who are we to complain? So we'll walk towards our next one. We're still uncertain what we want to do. Either the Apex stream or we'll just do another podcast depending on what happens during the week. But yeah, that's what we have for now.
Thank you
So
very
you've
much,
heard it
everyone who
from the
joined.
Odogu himself.
Yeah, allow me to small, what they call it, farewell. I beg. Thank you.
Yes, you
Thanks
can speak
to
out.
everyone who joined. We really appreciate. And also, if there are suggestions on particular things that you want us to talk about in our podcast, please leave it in the comments below, and we'll get back to you on that. C'est la vie.
How many people joined, Seth?
We five.
We're not even the ask question.